covalent bond, but the molecule is non-polar. Okay, so there will be possibility. So the sentence will be no, because for polar covalent bonds in opposite direction, there will be non-polar molecules. Some of you have detailed explanation, like the dipole moments of the polar covalent bonds all cancel each other. The molecule is symmetrical, so it will be non-polar. Of course, much better than my explanation, because I just simply use 2 marks here. I need you to answer yes or no. That means you agree or disagree about the statement. And 1 mark for explanation, and 1 mark I want you to show one example that you can explain why there is polar covalent bond but the molecule is non-polar. For example, here carbon dioxide. Okay, here is positive, here is negative, and the dipole moment here, okay, will balance each other. Okay, no net dipole moment. So I think for students with ability to handle electronegativity values, polar covalent bond, dipole moments, and molecular shape will be better. Okay, for question 1 and 2. And for those students with higher marks, okay, over 15, is rather good in attending first and second question. However, for the last 2 questions is a bit difficult because write many words. Okay, still the weakest point of the students. Now, for 3A, 2 marks explanation why water and ice with a difference in density. Now, in fact, you need to mention water and ice will form hydrogen bond. I'm so disappointed that some of you write down ice with weaker hydrogen bond and water with stronger hydrogen bond, something like that. But I'm sorry to let you know the hydrogen bond, no matter in ice or in water, should be more or less the same strength. So how to explain the difference in density? Because in ice there will be open structure, one simple word, or you can mention for ice the hydrogen bonding will freeze, okay, in solid state, okay, occupy larger volume, okay, more empty space between water molecules. You may answer these words again with point. So if there is open structure, more empty space, the bonding form will be wide apart. Okay, so the density will be lower in ice. So for the second one, okay, explain between water and other substance with a similar molecular mass. Okay, why they have difference in boiling point? Because hydrogen with hydrogen bonding. But compare with other molecules with similar molecular mass, for example, methane. Okay, for water, the molecular mass will be 18. For methane, will be 16, similar molecular mass. However, the force type are totally different. Water is hydrogen bond, but for methane is just dispersion force. So more energy is needed to break the force. So of course, the melting point or the boiling point of water must be much higher than methane. So, of course, you need to compare with similar molecular mass, otherwise it's not fair. Okay? But, this quiz is rather short. And I think in DSE, the question will be a bit longer, and the mass will have maybe 3 or 4 rather than 2. So, if the question with 3 or 4 mass, you need to explain in more details. Now listen carefully. So the last question, I use a table to summarize the answer. However, please don't use any table